Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Sales Copywriting Content Marketing Hacks podcast. I'm your host, Jim Edwards, along with my trusty co-host, Mr. Stu Smith. Welcome, Stu.
Thank you, Jim.
This is episode 133. We're setting you free with 133. All I got it. I don't have to have hundreds of rhymes, Stu. I just need 10.
Yeah, that's true.
For each number. So what are we talking about today?
All right. So we're talking about a calendar, a marketing calendar.
Okay.
Right. Because a lot of people, I think, work up to do something on the marketing level every once in a while.
Right.
Versus considering it to be a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, seasonally, special occasions, and of course, Black Friday, Cyber Mondays, right? It is a bigger event than just throwing up something, on a random week, right? It's not like having a sale, right?
Right.
So it's what I wanted to talk about is ask people, do you have a marketing calendar to keep you accountable? It's just something to consider. And, what are some of your habits that you have going on now that are part of your system? And can you do better? What can you do better? One thing that I wanted to bring up was something that you and I created during the DIY media marketing program, the DIY business action plan.
Okay.
Right. And this was just it's a printed out piece of paper that I laminated, and I keep it right on my desk. And it has everything from, create daily content, upload to Facebook, to YouTube, free advertising. And, there's some here that are not daily, but, every other day or weekly. Podcasting's one of them. Create your book or ebook. Obviously that's not a weekly event, right? But maybe every couple of months or season you come up with a new ebook type plan. I remember once I had a challenge myself to do an ebook a month when I was first starting to make sales of ebooks.
That's
and I did it. Well, I did 10 of them. I did 10 of them in a year.
Okay.
And it was good. It was just all specific to what I was doing, but I had a plan to do that. And then, it's one thing to write the ebook. Now you got to sell it. And so that requires some marketing, and that's where this comes in. Your marketing calendar. So I know you have a great system, and I was wanting you to share it if you would.
Well, basically everything is just built around on a daily level and a weekly level. I've found, kind of knowing the direction that you're heading all the time is important, but it's important from the standpoint of just managing your day-to-day activity. You can't, in other words, if you get too broad and too far out, nothing gets done. And so it's kind of like your fitness goals. If you want to reach a certain weight and you gain a certain weight, everything has to filter back down to what you're doing for the 60 to 90 minutes a day that you're working out, and also for your diet, and then also for your sleep and recovery. So, and then that daily stuff can extend out to what you're doing this week, this month, this quarter, and then the year. So it all has to relate, but it all has to filter back to what you're doing today. So I have a daily plan where daily I've got to create some sort of content every single day. I've got to create some sort of value every single day for my peeps. This is an example of this is what I'm doing today to create value for my people. Then weekly, we have a system where basically right now how it works is Sunday, we tell people where I'm going to be live, where they can get the value. Then on, in the mornings, I try and do Jim's Gem or Laying Chickens Out with Jim or Jim's Thoughts or something like that. And then, you know, on Tuesdays I do certain things. On Wednesdays we have the podcast. I you know, I sometimes I'll have lives in the afternoon. Sometimes I have lives with the funnels, with the ClickFunnels guys, and you know, and then something else. And so there's always something happening, but there's also a theme that we try and have a monthly theme, a quarterly campaign. For a couple of, you know, for a year and a half, it was all based around copywriting secrets. Everything led towards copywriting secrets. Everything led towards funnel scripts. Everything led towards, you know, whatever the big thing is that we're focusing on without losing sight of everything else. Then right now, the big focus is on, or has been on 7-day ebook, you know, getting your ebook done, you know, but it all interrelates with the other stuff. So we got this big universe that we operate in, Jim's world. And then there are certain things that we focus on, all having to do with content creation and sales messaging, and then specific things that we're focused on for, and also the membership, you know. So all these other things kind of filter people into the membership. So we know the direction, and we have seasons within the business. We're getting ready to go into a season of content marketing scripts. That's going to be a big push for months now,
Nice.
or for months to come. But that's been building on the back end for, you know, behind the scenes for a while. So it all, though, comes back to what are you doing every day as it relates to the big picture. You know, again, but that relates to anything, planning, doing. You're calling it a marketing calendar, but it could just as well be if you were trying to go to become a Navy SEAL, or if you were trying to graduate from college. I mean, college is a great example of dividing everything up into by a calendar and by,
Oh yeah.
you know, seasons called semesters. And you know, you have a syllabus that lays it all out for you, and you know what you should be doing instead of drinking and smoking cigarettes and chasing girls at the bars, you know, till 2:00 in the morning on weeknights. That's what you should. Now it's back to our original thing about procrastination. So that's what I do as far as marketing calendar. Do I have a specific calendar that is, do I have a specific calendar? Like I have my calendar evolves from my daily planning sheet. And this is my daily planning sheet. I have one of these filled out every single day. And then this is based on what our big push is right now. What's the thing we're really focused on and concentrating on. But you also don't want to be so locked into, this is exactly what we're doing for the next 3 months. This is all we're doing, blah, blah, blah. You got to be able to react. You got to be able to adapt. One of the cool things that we've started doing that was just came to us one day is we said, you know what, in our newsletter, we ought to start including a testimonial, a customer testimonial in every newsletter.
It's big.
And the interesting thing that's happening, I think it was from a conversation that we had. And the funny thing is that now that we've been sharing customer testimonials, we've been getting more unsolicited customer testimonials than ever before, because people are seeing testimonials from other people like, oh, I'll give you a testimonial. And so they're giving us content to put in our newsletter. So just anyway, that's my answer on the marketing calendar thing. There's all kinds of activity. Here's the other thing. If you wanted to, you could hold that list up again, Stu. If you wanted to, you could work 18 hours a day doing everything that's on that list. That list is like a menu. When you go to a restaurant, you don't open the menu and say, "Yep, I'll take it all." Remember that Monty Python, The Meaning of Life, at the end when the guys are couldn't eat another bite, and then he blows up.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't do it all. You gotta pick and choose. And one of the things to not do is confuse activity with productivity or accomplishment.
Right.
So The other thing is on my marketing calendar and the things that I do, I engage in the activities, not the 20/80, but I engage in the 10/90. It has gotten to the point now where 10% of your activities are going to give you 90% of your results, especially when it comes to communicating with your audience. There are just certain things right now that are pretty much the way to do it. And it's running Facebook ads to reach people you don't know, at least for me. It's running Facebook ads to reach people you don't know, sending emails to people who are already on your list, and then using Facebook and Facebook Lives to get people who aren't on your list onto your list and to make friends and build relationships and influence with people that are already your friends. That's the 10% that gives me 90% of my results right now. So that's what we focus on.
Yeah. My big thing is, and you're 100% right about taking it down to the daily level. You know, your week is going to depend on your days, right? Your months are going to depend on your days and weeks, you know, but you may do something different. For instance, I write 4 articles a week. I do 2 to 3 podcasts a week. You know, so it's not every day that I do these things, obviously, but in the end of a week, these are the things that I have done. Every day I'm on social media, posting something, sharing something, and there are seasons that I change what type of information that I am exposing my audience to.
Exposing yourself to your audience? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. So, you know, when like I'm right now, I'm focused on gearing everybody up towards a winter lift cycle. Right? Winter's coming, right? And we're going to change things up. So it's just
I'm looking forward to that, by the way. Just as an aside, I'm tired
little
of
less running, little less running, and a little more lifting. Yes,
mm-hmm.
You know, but you know, and like Jim was saying, you also have to be very flexible. You know, not every one of your days are going to be perfect. You know, whenever we were considering starting a podcast, that was one of those things that just came out of an unscheduled idea of adding something to our way of communicating with customers.
And you know, the adaptability thing, what you just said, sometimes you just have to focus on the essence of what you know needs to get done because of what life is throwing at you. So you're like, okay, I need to create some value for my people. I don't have time to do a 90-minute webinar, but I have time to do a 90-second webinar. So sometimes, you know I want to work out every day, but sometimes I don't have 90 days to do it. Just stuff happens, emergencies, medical stuff, family things. But I can focus on, okay, what's the essence of what I'm trying to do today? Today is about cardio. Okay, well, let me go run 2 miles as fast as I can. Or let me, if today is about full body, let me do I can't do all the things that Stu wants me to do, but I can do a 1 to 10 pull push pyramid real fast and just at least get that. It's just, sometimes if you're focused on the essence, that's as important than getting everything done, because it keeps you in the game. It keeps you mentally where you need to be as well. Plus, having and maintaining just some thread of momentum and not losing the momentum is critical in your marketing and communication and stuff.
Hey, to wrap this up, Jim, I'm going to give a Stu Jim.
Stu Jim. Stu Jim?
G-E-M.
Are you a Stu Gem? I thought you said Stu Jim. Thought that made me think of Larry Moe and Curly.
No, Stu Jim.
Okay.
Yes. And when in doubt, right? You're looking for something to do. And today is a great day to do it because it is payday. Post a testimonial somewhere throughout your world of articles. It could be an email. It could be a social media post. Could be a live something, whatever. Post it. Get it up there. Get it up today. And if you can't get it today, get it the some Friday, because some
people get their money before somebody else do.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Testimonials on payday. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but notice, I bet, with you sharing testimonials, see if you notice a difference between payday and a not payday week.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's called knowing your audience, because I have no clue when my audience has a payday. No clue. I really don't.
Well, you can assume. I mean, everybody gets paid every 2 weeks,
right,
typically, or the 1st and the 15th.
Well, it's interesting. Just trying different stuff. Really, what you're saying is try different stuff, and here's something cool that works for me, and I noticed that it works, and by golly, I'll keep doing it consistently until it stops working.
Yes.
And the other interesting thing is that sometimes you try something and it works, and you're like, oh my God, I just discovered the holy grail. And then you try it again and it doesn't work again. or it gets regressively less
doesn't
effective.
work as well. Yeah.
Right. I don't know the answer to that one, other than you just have to keep trying new stuff.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of like, I love tacos, and I wish we had Taco Tuesday at our house. I would eat tacos every Tuesday. I love tacos, ground beef tacos, and just, they're just crunchy. But if we had tacos every night, I would hate tacos after about a week and a half.
Of course.
And so if you think about it that way, you keep doing the same thing over and over and over for your audience, and like, why don't you guys like this anymore? Because we've had tacos every night for the last 3 weeks. Oh, okay. Now, the one thing nobody ever gets tired of is
Mr. Pickles. Where's Mr. Pickles?
I just blew that. I blew it.
The one thing nobody ever gets tired of is pickles. Everybody loves pickles, all the time.
So
that is true.
Point is, though, that's one of the things that you just have to be aware of, that sometimes, like what Stu says, maybe that's like the perfect thing. Every payday. But the thing is, if you're doing it every payday, it means you're only doing it every couple of weeks or once a month. Doesn't mean you're doing it. Stu didn't say do testimonials every day. If you did testimonials every day, everybody would tell you to stick it in your ear. Now, we did try something different yesterday that I got to check with Susan on. It could have blown up. It could have done great. It could have done nothing. But we got a long testimonial from somebody, like a letter. And I said, this is pretty good. I mean, this guy really tells his story. Let's send this as a standalone email and see what happens. Let's send this to the list and say,
you did that yesterday?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Could be something. It's close to payday.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's one of those things that we'll see what happens, but you got to try different stuff. Carlin says, I read it. Notice he didn't say, I read it and it was great. I read it and it was amazing. It's like, I read it. But Carlin's already bought. So, I need like.
Sometimes those are inspirational.
Oh, and that was the other thing. We want it to be inspirational for people as well. Yeah. I mean, if you bought or not. I just need me 10,000 Carlins. That's what I need. I need 10,000 Carlins and Vickies and Kevins and Gordons and all of you who are awesome. So, okay. Well, that's pretty much. Oh, I just heard back from my programmer as a total aside. He checked that and said and confirmed that, in fact, it's not working for that one wizard. He said, I don't know why it's not working just for that one wizard. You picked the one. But he's deploying a patch and some other stuff. So we'll have it squared away. But I'm excited about using that to keep all my little script output stuff together. The interesting thing, the whole reason that originally we came up with it was because I was trying to create a bridge between funnel scripts and ClickFunnels. So you create your sales letter or whatever, and then, or your headlines or your bullets and all that stuff, and then having a way to insert it over into ClickFunnels. Well, ClickFunnels is changing. And I was talking to one of the head programmers, and he said, instead of thinking about it like going straight into ClickFunnels, why don't you think of it like Evernote, having a bridge as a browser extension? and the light bulb went off, and that's when scriptcaster.io
Great idea.
was the idea for it. So, we're just going to get a bunch of people to use it. And
you can get that extension on
yeah, you
Chrome
can get
extension?
it now. You can get that Chrome extension now. I put the link in. I can't. It's a funky link that I can't. I can't say because it's a bunch of weird letters.
I see it. You put a link into it. I got it. Yeah.
But I gotta. Oh, thanks, Vicky. Vicky says you do have a great team. I have a wonderful team. My team is awesome. So we're gonna get the redirect set up from scriptcaster.io, so we can just tell people that link and they can go there and get it. So it'll be cool.
On it. I got it.
Excited.
Just got it. That was quick, Jim. I just got it.
It was
that quick.
It's a lightweight little program.
It's nice.
Hang on one second. My guy just said, "Hey, I just reloaded. Just reloaded the entire script engine and said, can you try it and see if the button's working now?" And I'm going to click the button, and the button says, "I work." Yay! That's amazing. Anyway, all right, that's enough. Enjoyed seeing y'all today. Great job, Stu. Great job, everybody. And we'll look forward to seeing you. Anybody who's headed to Funnel Hacking Live, I will see you next week.
Take action.
Everybody, yes, take action. Everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.